Boom shakalaka, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters around the world. It is your boy, Krishul, aka the Esoteric Noetic, aka the Chocolate Nubian Soul Brother from Ghana, West Africa, dropping the wisdomatic truth bombs here in Melbourne, Australia. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, click on the bell, tell your friends, tell your mom, drop us some comments, let us know what it is. Let's get it. We got a big one. All right, so let's talk about the Matrix. Ooh, that word has such a powerful effect on the minds of so many people around the world to this day. It is a cult classic, The Matrix. 20 years ago, this thing was the most spoken about movie in the conspiratorial worlds, but also amongst all the momos. And with the remake, or the reloading of The Matrix, it's got the world talking again. And boy, if there was ever a time we needed a movie like The Matrix, it is now. Amongst all the craziness that is going on in the world, right? You know, what's interesting about this movie is that anyone that watched the first few movies realized that The Matrix is all about revolution. It's all about rebelling against this system, the tyrants, the overlords, The Matrix. But strangely enough, we find ourselves in a situation where even to see this movie, you needed to submit yourself to the powers to be. You need to make sure that you got in that jab. Go get your jabby jabby. Otherwise, you won't be able to see The Matrix, which is all about not doing things like taking the jabby jabby, right? But don't worry, I won't judge you if you're one of the people that happened to get the jab in order to watch this movie. But you know what's going down, and you're not down with it. Well, I salute you nonetheless. If you're someone that took this thing not realizing what the movie was all about, well, listen up, yo. All right, so what is The Matrix? Now, no spoiler alerts, by the way. I just want to talk about some themes, some concepts about the movie, The Matrix, the new movie. Well, The Matrix is representative of the illusionary world, the Maya. In the Indian Sanskrit text, we use the word Maya, which represents illusionary, plane. This idea that what you are seeing around you is not the real thing. It's essentially code, right? And we don't see code because in order for us to interpret what something is, we need to understand the code. When we see the reality as it is with our eyes, we think this is reality. But unless, of course, we have extended vision, we're able to see in the Matrix, we're able to see beyond the veil. All we see is just code. And of course, in the Matrix, they're given the option of taking the red or the blue pill. That theme which has made its way to our generation. This concept of opening up your mind to see things as they are, or keeping your mind closed and saying, meh. Now, once people take the pill, the red pill, they see through the Matrix. They see that what we've been seeing is only an illusion. And just to play on that theme a little, there's actually a lot of science now to show that reality as we see it is essentially code, a very specific type of code. It's been referred to as being very similar to Adinkra codes. This is a type of code found in West Africa. It's a tribe known as the Dogon. These people traveled from ancient Egypt and took their ancestral knowledge, this new part of West Africa, but they speak about a type of code called Adinkra codes. And essentially, they're very much like the code that we find within this world, that when you have a look at the very fabric of reality, these same codes appear. It's like their computer code, a very specific type of code, like binary only more sophisticated, repetitive, recursory. It shows that there is an intelligent design in the world that we see. But let's get deeper into this, because the matrix is more about the illusion. Once you discover the illusion, it's about getting out of the matrix. It's about realizing that we have a choice, as we've discussed, the red or the blue pill. But is there really a choice? This is a theme that we see running through the matrix. Is there choice, or is everything part of this predeterminism? Are what we are seeing ourselves do things that we were supposed to do? Is everything that is unfolding what was supposed to unfold? Do we have any choice in the matter? What is the point of making any effort if all we see is this destruction time and time again? We see this theme reoccurring. Neo, Trinity. No matter how many times they have to come down to this planet and try to right the wrongs, try to awaken the minds of the masses, they find themselves having to undergo the same things, rediscover their powers. And it's almost like that's part of the journey, right? We rise and we fall. We grow in consciousness. We learn things. We come to this planet. We have a mission. We learn so much. And then we die, at least in this illusionary concept of death, bearing in mind there is no real death. And then we come back again and again and again to repeat the process. But each time there is a slight efflorescence of consciousness. We grow, and we add our knowledge, our awareness to the infinite. Until hopefully finally we break this spell. So one of the themes in the Matrix was that the machines are our friends. And it's interesting, we're moving into an age now where we are more and more seeing a synergy between AI and what we refer to as biology, or machine and non-machine. And a lot of us have looked at this concept of the machine world, of technology as being a great evil, right? I don't want to live in this cybernetic age where robots do everything, where you have no freedom because there are cameras everywhere. Well, the one thing to realize is that everything can be used for good. Everything can be used for evil. And whereas we see a lot of the technology, a lot of the machines, particularly in this day and age, being turned against us, being used in order to enslave us, it's all about the will, the right attitude, using that technology and making it work for you. Realizing that the only evil is really the wielder of that evil. I mean, even the delineation between machine and human beings is a quandrum. I mean, are machines not human beings? In the sense that, are we not essentially zeros and ones? Do we not have the ability ourselves to transcend our machinery, our code? I mean, truly, we have this creative ability. But also, at the heart of us, we have this code that represents what we truly are. The Logos, the inner divine blueprint, as the ancient Gnostics would speak about. But can that not be transcended? Are we not all constantly subject to the vicissitudes of life? Code is a very powerful thing. This is the theme that we see in the Matrix. You have a look at everything that makes up this reality. From the momos to the characters, and they're all code playing a part in order to further your matriculation into higher states. And sometimes you got to learn how to play the game. It's almost like the whole thing is a game, right? Which once again was a theme in the Matrix, but not wanting to reveal too much. I think finally the most powerful theme in the Matrix is the fact that Neo without Trinity is something that can never really ignite the fire, the power, that can never really bring about the one, the enlightenment of consciousness. There is something known as the Alchemy of Opposites. Neo, we find, had appeared time and time again, but could only realize his full potential when he had something to strive towards. And that other person, thing, was Trinity. And similarly, the same applies with Trinity. And that's powerful in the sense that each energy, each thing needs its opposite in order to bring it forward. The alchemy of opposites. Neo and Trinity are essentially the one. Neo essentially is a part of Trinity. The Holy Trinity, they say, right? The Alpha, the Omega, and the Neo Trinity. Ladies and gentlemen, freaks and geeks, brothers and sisters around the world, I think there's a lot we can learn from the Matrix. One, that in order to become the one, we need to realize that we're all part of this matrix. Once you see the matrix, once you become aware of it, it loses its effect on you. And also to realize that we are all immersed in a battle right now. And the outcome very much depends on our perception, grasping the awareness, not only what is going on, but the awareness of ourselves, that which lies within us, that which lies around us, and to truly come to terms with our destiny, to realize that our destiny is what we make it. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters around the world, peace out, keep it real, don't drive in text. This is the Chocolate Nubian Soul Brother. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell your mom, tell your friends. Until next time, Surya Namaskara, Namaste.
What is liberty?
What the? Who says you can't build muscle on a vegan diet?
What's it like being a hottie in the vegan community?
There are no political solutions, only technological ones.
The economics of the system don't allow multiple competing systems to survive.
Engineering, technology, these arts of humanity, they are magic.